Assalamu alaikum everyone, and a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel, The Lit Linguist. In today's video, what we are going to study is a poem by John Dryden, and the name of the poem is Hidden Flame. So before starting the poem itself, I have a question. I have a small question for all of you. Have you ever been in a one-sided relationship, like you loved someone silently without letting them know about your feelings, how you felt for them, and it was like just within your heart? If yes, then this video is for you. This video is dedicated to all those who love someone with all their heart, even when their love is unrequited and unreciprocated. Your love is pure and profound, and it is full of sincerity and passion. And I pray that may your heart heals and you find peace and love. I want to remind you one thing, that your one-sided love is not a weakness. Rather, it is a strength that you hold in your heart. It's like a hidden flame. And now it's up to you that if you allow this flame to burn you and consume you, or you make it controlled blaze that is there to lighten up your way, that fuels your motivation to achieve your goals, right? It's up to you. Here is the breakdown of the whole video, what we are going to study in it. First of all, we'll get an introduction of John Dryden and the poem Hidden Flame. Then there will be the text of the poem, and then line by line explanation, then the major themes and the poetic form and poetic devices that have been used in the poem. So let's start. Let's see who John Dryden is. John Dryden was basically an English poet from 17th century, and his literary work and his literary contribution was so immense that the whole Restoration period is named after him and is oftenly called Age of Dryden. Dryden was not just a poet, he was also a translator, he was also a dramatist, he was also a literary critic, and his major contribution is in the field of literary criticism, because he developed a very systematic approach and a very modern approach to literary criticism. That's why he is also called father of English criticism. Apart from that, he was also a Poet Laureate of England. Now, who a Poet Laureate is? A Poet Laureate is basically an officially appointed poet by the government, and the post of Poet Laureate was first introduced in 17th century, and John Dryden was the first Poet Laureate of England, and he got this title in 1668, and he was having this position until 1688. A Poet Laureate usually writes for all the official occasions and events of the government and is paid by the government. It's a very honorary position that is given to a poet. Talking about Hidden Flame, then it is a very short poem of 16 verses, and it contains basically 4 quatrains. What is a quatrain? A quatrain is a stanza with 4 lines, right? So 4 into 4 means that there are total 16 verses. There are 4 quatrains, and each quatrain consists of 4 verses. So total of a 16 verses. And it was first published in 1693 in a collection named as Songs and Poems. I hope this video is helping you in answering your questions and clearing your concepts. Kindly like and share the video, and do subscribe to the channel for more educational content. And in case you have any further questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them below in the comment section. Let's get back to the video. Coming towards the text of the poem, let's start the line by line explanation of the poem. The opening line of the poem goes like, I feed a flame within which so torments me. Now over here in this first line, if we talk about the word feed, that is written in capital words. Now this is a kind of poetic deviation of capitalization, when the poet wants to grab the attention of his audience on one particular word. And the word flame is a metaphor that is used to represent the silent love, the hidden love that the speaker has for her beloved. The next line is that it both pains my heart and yet contents me. Over here, there is a kind of a paradoxical statement, that flame, it is referring to the flame that is in the heart of the speaker. That flame is causing suffering in the heart, as well as it is causing satisfaction and contentment. Now over here, a paradoxical statement is there, that there is pain as well as pleasure. Both things go side by side. The hidden love, or the silent one-sided love, is a suffering in itself, yet it is a source of pleasure for the speaker. In the third line, it says that it is such a pleasing smart, and I so love it. Over here, at the beginning of the line, you see that there is a comma and then the capital T. This is also a poetic deviation and a style of writing poetry. The word I is omitted over here, and a comma is put in place of that. and it says that it is such a pleasing. It is again referring to the flame, and that flame is a very pleasing thing, that the speaker loves that hidden flame, that I had rather die than once remove it. The speaker does not want to remove that love from her heart. The speaker is very content with the feelings that she has in her heart, and she does not want to remove it, and she'd prefer death over that. So in this first stanza, the speaker is telling about how she feels about her silent love that she has. She feels happy, content. At the same time, she has pain and suffering. And the main thing is that she does not want to let go of her love. The second stanza goes like, "Yet he for whom I grieve shall never know it." Over here we come to know that John Dryden has written this poem from a female perspective. The word he refers to her beloved, right? And it tells us that the speaker is a female who is trying to hide her feelings of love for some man, and she will not let that person know about her feelings. As she says, "Yet he for whom I grieve shall never know it." The person whom she loves silently, she will not let him ever know about her feelings. The next line is, "My tongue does not betray, nor my eyes show it." Over here, the speaker is telling that she has immense control over herself. Like her body, her tongue will never reveal what she feels in her heart. Even her facial expression will not let her beloved know that she loves him, and her eyes will not show her hidden love. The third line is, "Not a sigh nor a tear my pain discloses." She will not let her pain to be disclosed by means of any sigh or any tear. Her pain will not be expressed, and she will keep it to herself. The fourth line is, "But they fall silently like dew on roses." Now they is referring to the tears of the speaker, that her tears fall silently and very quietly like the way dewdrops fall on roses. Over here, the poet has used simile, and the speaker is telling that her pain is expressed in such a subtle and quiet way that it is compared to dewdrops on roses, which appear without making any kind of sounds. In this whole stanza, the speaker told about her love and how she has a good control over herself, and she will not let her hidden flame of love be exposed to the world, and she'll keep it secret in her heart. In the third stanza, the poet says that, "Thus to prevent my love from being cruel, my heart is the sacrifice as it is the fuel." Now over here the speaker is saying that she wants to prevent her love from becoming cruel to her. The word love is referring to the person who is her beloved, and she does not want him to become cruel to her. That's why her heart is the sacrifice and it is the fuel for her internal flame, and she is not confessing her love to her beloved because there is the risk of rejection. And the third line is, "And while I suffer this to give him quiet, my faith rewards my love, though he deny it." The speaker is saying that she is enduring this suffering to keep her beloved at peace, and she believes that her faithfulness towards her beloved is a reward for herself, no matter her love is unacknowledged and her love is unrequited and unreciprocated. So the whole theme of the third stanza is that she wants her beloved to be at peace. She's not confessing her love to him, and she is just sacrificing her heart, which is continuously in a state of agony and pain and suffering. But she is just doing that, she is enduring that pain just to prevent her beloved person from being cruel, and she does not want his hatred or his rejection. That's why she has not even confessed her love in front of that person. The first line of the last stanza is, "On his eyes will I gaze, and there delight me." The speaker is telling that she finds joy in simply looking at her beloved's eyes. Her happiness resides in the eyes of her beloved. When she looks at him, she feels happy and delighted. In the second line, the speaker says that, "While I conceal my love, no frown can fright me." The speaker feels fearless because her love is concealed and nobody knows about it, particularly the person whom she loves. There is no frown that can fright her, because if her love is exposed and she faces rejection, then there will be a frown on the face of the person whom she loves, and that rejection and that frown will definitely fright her. But until her love is concealed, there will be no frown and she cannot be frightened. The second last line of the poem goes like, "To be more happy I dare not aspire." Over here, the speaker is saying that she is happy wherever she is at her present state, in which she is suffering because of her secret love, but still she is very happy and she does not aspire any other thing, or she is not having any intention to tell her beloved about her love, and she is very content wherever she is. Nor can I fall more low, mounting no higher. The speaker is saying that she is very happy with her feelings, and she believes that her current emotional state is the peak of her feelings. There is no greater height or lower depth to reach. The main theme of this stanza is contentment. Speaker is very content with her feelings, with her emotional state wherever she is, and she does not want to confess her love in front of her beloved, because she is very happy only by looking at his eyes. She can get her delight and happiness. So that was the line-by-line explanation of the poem Hidden Flame. Let's move forward towards the major themes of the poem. So one-sided love, unrequited, unreciprocated love is the major theme of the poem. And there is also a mention of a paradox of pain and pleasure, that secretive one-sided love is a cause of pain as well as pleasure. Then there is the theme of sacrifice and separation. Now, the sacrifice of her heart that is fueling her flame of love, and the separation from the beloved, and then acceptance and resignation. She has accepted her current emotional state and she is not aspiring any higher. She is very content with her silent suffering. So these are the major themes of the poem, and the poem is basically from a female perspective. The poetic form of the poem is also very simple. The rhyme scheme is AA, BB in each stanza. So you can also say that the whole poem is written in the form of couplets, and iambic pentameter is used in this poem. Talking about the poetic devices that have been used in this poem, metaphor is used. Metaphor is there in the name of the poem, Hidden Flame. The flame is representing the one-sided love. Then there is personification. Personification is a figure of speech where animate qualities are given to some inanimate object, right? The flame is personified over here as it pleases and torments the speaker. Paradox has also been used. Paradox basically refers to mentioning two opposite ideas together. So in this poem, when the speaker is telling about that hidden flame, she also says that it pains my heart yet contents me. The feeling of pain and pleasure are going side by side, which is a paradox. And then there is a use of simile as well. There is a comparison of sighs and tears with dewdrops. So these are the poetic devices that have been used in the poem. Thank you so much for bearing me with patience and watching this video till the end. May peace and love nestle in your heart. Take a good care of yourself and your loved ones. See you again with another educational video. Goodbye.